Mercy Fashion, LLC, Global Maritime Consultants Group Dubai, Alliance of United OWs, Hirsch Medical Center, LM Exchange, MPQ Travel and Tourism, LLC, Pullman Hotels and Resorts, last but not least, The Face Shop. We would also like to thank our official media partners, the Global Filipino Magazine. I would like to repeat that, the Global Filipino Magazine, UMG UAE, Pinas TV, J. Romsky Channel, T-Bone Productions, Jeffrey Farina's Blog, M. Serrano Vlog, Tatang Pinoy, Siklam Pinoy, Sabi ni Donna, thanks you. I'd also like to input that Maid in Malacañang is rated PG-13 by the UAE Media Regulatory Office. Alright, I'm not gonna make you guys wait any longer, so let's introduce the cast and the director of Maid in Malacañang, Cristine Reyes. First, she is one of the brightest stars of her generation and a multi-awarded actress who won Best Actress at the 40th Oporto International Film Festival in Portugal for her performance in Viva Film's dark thriller movie, Untrue. She also starred in numerous TV series and movies such as Encounter, Maria, and many more. Today she's here with us, playing the role of Senator Amy Marcos. Let us all welcome Cristine Reyes! Darryl, and of course, behind a spectacular movie is a great mind. We have here the writer and director of the Viva Films blockbuster movie, Joeable, and the successful Viva Max releases, Paglaki Ko, Gusto Ko Maging Porn Star, Tililing, Kung Pwede Lang, The Run Serye, Ang Babaeng Walang Pakiramdam, Gluta, Revirginized, 69 plus 1, Ang Manananggal na Nahahati Ang Puso, Sarap Mong Pataye, and Barubalik. Let's all welcome the director of the newest and most controversial Viva Films movie of this year, Maid in Malacañang, Direct Darryl. Okay, so I would like to interview them. I'll be asking you guys one question. I'll start with ladies first, of course. So, Cristine Reyes, when did you find out that this career was destined for you?
June. Yeah, just 2 months ago. August, yeah. Last June, like.
Just 2 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 months ago.
That's amazing. That's What about the career overall? Artista.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard. When I was young kasi, maarte na ako sa salamin. Kasi lagi ako mag-isa sa bahay. Like, wala akong kasama. So, kasama ko lang yung salamin. Kasama ko lang sarili ko. So, I guess dun nag-start yun. Tapos, I don't know, siguro nag-start din because my mom was an actress as well. Short period lang of time. And then followed by my 2 sisters and my brothers. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cristine Reyes. And I mean, like, if we analyze her answer a lot, actually, it shows that when you are alone, most of the time, you really do find out what you're destined for. You really find out, like, things you believe in. You learn so much more about yourself. So, thank you so much. Round of applause again for Cristine Reyes. Now for Direct, I would like to ask you, what is the best career advice you've ever received?
The best career advice I've ever received? Well, to stop. That basically, that advice to stop what I'm doing is the best advice. Though it may sound like it's discouraging, for me that's more of an encouragement. Because when people try to stop you from doing what you like, you find the energy from within to be more of a fire, to not be extinguished by any discouragement, by any doubts. So for any career, not just in showbiz, I always find it, especially the media people, the bloggers or the vloggers, or even you as a host, when people try to say that you should stop, you end your dreams, or you stop doing what you like, that's the best advice that you should not take, to stop. Because I always believe that no one actually made it by stopping. So you have to continue whatever it is that you want to do with your life.
Wow. Well, Miss Universe.
Ikaw lang eh.
Okay, well, this is the exciting part. The floor is now open for questions. So, the media, press, and influencers, you can ask one question for Derek and one question for Cristine.
5 dirhams po kada.
Make it 10!
Friend, walang sound. Lapit mo yung mic mo.
I don't have a microphone with me. Do I need a microphone? Actually, right? Okay, so no need for a microphone. Direct. Okay. Good morning, Direct, and good morning to all the people in the media industry here. Direct, I don't have intention of becoming a porno star, but I'm enjoyable in the real sense of the word. I had the opportunity of watching the movie last night for the advanced training, so I'd like to thank Sheila for that. And I'm really impressed with the way you presented the story. After 36 years, the Filipinos finally would see the other side of the story. And a film of that magnitude, I consider it as a masterpiece, considering that you have to take into account a lot of things, especially the controversy and the Philippine history as well. How long did it take you to work on the film, Direct? From script writing, casting, shooting, until the final work ready for showing? Thank you.
I was advised by Viva. Actually, this statement is included in an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement, but I don't care about it anyway, so I'm gonna talk. I wrote the script for 2 days.
Fast.
Yes, I'm a fast writer, I'm a fast director. We made the film in 10 days.
Wow.
Cristine knows.
Yes.
Yes, so
Impressive.
I wrote this, you know what? Ang matagal talaga is kausapin ang pamilya. Mas matagal ko pang silang kinumbinsin to do the film than writing it. I'm a fast writer. I already know what I want to show. I've been with Senator Amy for like 6 months already, and you know, gauging her in most of her talks and most of our talks, the personal talks, you know, it's very hard for the Marcoses to open up something that is about a traumatic part of their life. You know? Whenever I sit down with one of the Marcoses, inevitably tears will fall, and the emotions were just so overflowing. You know, the process would be the very difficult part is getting all the facts. Writing it was so easy. Directing it was so swiftly done because I have a roster of fine Filipino actors. You know, when Senator Amy finally said yes, she already said, if I'm going to say yes, it should be Cristine Reyes. And I'm sure sa mga nakapanood, alam niyo na kung bakit. So,
Wow.
so those were the only things that I have to put into consideration. Imelda Marcos would want Rufo Gutierrez, and Senator Amy Marcos really wanted Cristine to play her. You know, it's not hard for you to make something if it is about the truth. No, it's not hard to write about the truth. Truth is always relevant no matter how many years it has been tried to be buried. Laging mabilis, laging epektibo, at laging napapanahon ang katotohanan. I always find it very easy to write about the truth. Because sabi nga nila, pag nagsisinungaling ka, sobrang hirap ng consistency, sobrang hirap ng kailangan mong mag-memorize at magsaulo. Pero pag nagsasabi ka ng totoo, napakadaling magsalita. Ganun din pag magsulat. So I always believe that when you are fighting, writing, filming about the truth, it's gonna be a breeze. And given the blessing of Viva to cast Cesar Montano as Ferdinand Marcos, his son Diego as Bongbong, Rufa as Imelda, the three Yayas, Carla Estrada, Elizabeth Oropesa, and Beverly Salviejo, together with Calvelino and Kiko Estrada. And of course, the magnificent performance of Cristine Reyes did all the job. So it's not a monopoly, it's about them also. Thank you.
I have a question over here.
Wait.
And hi, good morning. I'm at Park of Golf today. I saw the film yesterday in Sharjah, City Center Sharjah, where three theaters have it. Okay. So first of all, I want to say for a perspective, I was born. I was born in 1962. I'm a third-generation journalist, and I grew up during the martial law years, so I'm a martial law baby. I went through it, okay? I know what happened, and my dad being a journalist editor at the time, I know what happened. Okay, my first question is, how did this movie come about? Because I've got two versions. I went through your interviews with Boy Bunda, your interview with Boy Bunda and Senator Amy Marcos, and doon nakita ko na sinabi na it was towards the end of the campaign that paano na to, wala si Denden, and you became curious, so you nagged Senator Amy Marcos for what happened. And then yesterday somebody told me no, it's because every year since 1986 the loyal Malacañang household members have been having their annual reunions at the Marcos Ancestral House in San Juan. So I want to know how this movie came about, so that I would be able to also write in a proper perspective the news article that I'm about to submit to Golf today.
Yes, plainly, ma'am, both of the stories you learned are both true. It's just that it's a matter of perspective also, because you know what? It's so hard to convince Senator Amy to go on. To tell you all honestly, aside from being a director, I'm a marketer as well. So when Len series in Vincentiments garnered 50 million accumulated views in Facebook and YouTube, I finally had an idea that it has a following. And Marcos is really in fashion again. That as a marketer, and the mukhang pera, I already learned na sabi ko, about my market, sabi ko, Senator, would you want to do a movie? And then she said, no, sabi niya. Because you know what, ma'am? Doing Len series is against President Bongbong's campaign strategy. So ayaw talaga ng kapatid niya. But being the devil's advocate that I am, I told Senator Amy, we should go for it. Bakit? Hindi naman tayo hingin ng pera sa kanya. May pera ka ba? Meron, syempre, no? O, di tayo ng dalawa. Sabi niya, Darryl, 2 episode lang. Okay, pero alam mo naman, pag pumatok, di niya mapipigilan yun. So, we went until March, ma'am. And then, nung patapos na, sabi niya gano'n, Darryl, ano nang gagawin natin? Lang parang bula na lang tayo maglako sa social media. Sabi ko, we should make a film. Sabi niya, no. My mom's gonna kill me. My brother's gonna kill me. Then I said, pakinggan mo lang kung anong gusto sa... President Bongbong really wanted no friction. So, I keep on nagging Senator Amy, hindi man natin kung... I super love Bongbong Marcos, but I don't believe in the Judy Ann Santos effect of Mara effect na super bayad. I'm more of a Gladys Reyes. No? So I said, di tayo effect sa kapatid mo, Senator. So, nagkita kami sa gitna and said, okay, let's not tackle anything about politics. Let's just tackle about you and your family being in a crisis inside. And then suddenly, Senator Amy said, yeah, I think it's workable as long as you will not go very political. Then I said, just the mere uttering of the word Marcos is political already. So ang sabi niya sa akin, sige, basahin ko yung script. It's a long process, ma'am. Sobrang haba ng pinagdaanan, sobrang haba. Sabi ko nga po, sa dali ko lang nasulat. Pero it should be, the film should be shot like around 8 days only. 7 days only. Imagine, 7 days lang ang binigay sa akin. Pag hindi ko daw nagawa yung 7 days, hindi mangyayari. Ayaw talaga nila. Pero akala nila talaga hindi ko magagawa. So, sabi ng Marcos says, sige, 7 days, pag hindi mo nagawa, you know, they are very awesome. They are very particular with the number 7. Even the late President Marcos, very particular with 7. So they said, if you finish it in 7 days, then that's a sign that we push through. So I'm in my 5th day, and I'm about to finish 7. May drama na si Senator Ivy para tumagal ang shoot. Parang she doesn't like the very political notes of the film. Then I said, no. We need to show it. We need to show it. You know, the bulk of money in buying boxes at the start of the film. So why? So that we can show the people talaga what it's for. So ma'am, the real reason why Maid in Malacañang was conceived is number 1, it's business for me and for Viva. That's what I do. Number 2, Viva has a film streaming app that is Viva Max. And I said to myself, we'll push through with this after May 9. And come May 10, there's 31 million votes. I'm seeing not votes, I'm seeing 31 million subscribers. So I said, if we can translate votes to subscription, then it's gonna be a happy birthday to me every day. Then Viva said, kausapin ko si Senator Amy, because Senator Amy and Boss Vic are very good friends. They've been producing Metro Pop, Himala, Oro Plata Mata, and all other anti-Marcos films. So, yes, number 1, it was out of my pangungulit to Senator Amy, and her question, what comes next after Lenlen? And second, it was really a business decision. And I guess both purpose served it well. I mean, business-wise, we are 330 million in total gross in the Philippines. And up until now, Senator Amy Marcos is the most Googled political personality in the Philippines.
Okay, a follow-up question. How did you select the cast? Right? I want to know now, because I want to know if the cast and crew are apolitical, neutral, pro-BBM.
That's the first time someone asked me.
Yeah, because you know you should be working with people you're going to jail with.
Yes, ma'am.
So by apolitical, definitely apolitical, neutral, pro-BBM.
Yes. Yeah, but I can answer that.
Okay.
If posible hindi ko answerin si ma'am, baka mamaya tingutin ako ni ma'am. So, but ma'am, number 1, I don't want to work with pigs. I don't want to work with anyone who supported Lenny Robredo last election. I'm very keen with that. I told Viva, if I'm going to be working, not only with my production team, but also with Viva team. No po? Viva is mostly pink. Inside Viva, there are pinks. So I said, I'm not going to be working with pinks inside Viva. Though we are okay, but I'm not going to be working. You know why, ma'am? Because it's not going to be whole heart if they will create it. Hindi buo ang puso kapag pink. At walang pink na puso, hello. Red yun. So ngayon, kapagalitan na naman ako rito, pero wala na naman akong pakil. So, ano tawag dito? Number 1, ma'am, I'm so thankful somebody asked me that because in the Philippines, they are so, parang nahihirapan silang magtanong. No? Pero dahil dayo kami dito at wala kami magagawa kung ibabaon nyo kami sa desierto, sasagutin ko po yan. No, sinabi ko po sa Viva, I don't want to work with people who loudly supported Lenny Robredo. And even in Viva, though it's not allowed to tell you, nandito na ba si Ma'am Lay? Wala pa. Ma'am Just, taga-dito ka naman, hindi ka naman nataga. So may nangyari po yung mock election sa Viva, nagkaroon po ng mock election. So alam po namin lahat kung sino ang para sino. So nakikita ko rin po may mga nagpo-post anti-Marcos and stuff like that. Well, I don't want to be very filtered, but most of my close friends like Gerald Napoles and Kim Molina are very pinks, are very for Lenny Robredo. So I said, nako, mukhang 6 na taon tayo hindi magtatrabaho. So, you have to boil it down first. Number 1, I told them I don't want somebody in the marketing that is very pink because I think it will not be marketed very thorough. Because I don't see sincerity. If you are for Lenny and then you'll be posting something for BBM. I know mukhang pera ako pero masyado kalata naman yun. So number 2, just like what I said earlier, ma'am, Senator Amy Marcos already said, I want Cristine Reyes. Meaning, when the senator is saying that, the staff already sift through the social media posts of Cristine Reyes. And Cristine has no political views in social media. Now, of course, she voted, but she has no public declaration. And that's very safe for marketing. Number 2, I always make Asar the marketing team. Lagi ko sinasabi na bago nyo ako hinga ng material, sabihin nyo muna Len loser. Asaran lang siya. It's very political. It's very political. I have to admit, I told them I don't want to work with pinks. So from cameraman, from technical, from all. But ma'am, it's not very hard, no? Ang mayayaman lang sa showbiz ang makaleni, pero ang cameraman ang mga normal na tao, pangkaraniwang manggagawa sa pelikula. Excuse me, but we are all for Bongbong Marcos.
Reminder lang po sa media, one question lang tayo kasi kailangan natin ma-open.
Yes po. Okay. My name is Orly from the Global Filipino Magazine and ang question ko ay para sa napakagandang si Cristine Reyes. Welcome po sa Dubai.
Thank you.
Okay. So first time sa Dubai, ma'am?
I think third, fourth.
Napakainit ang pagtanggap sa inyo sa Dubai.
Mainit na.
We have watched the film last night. Lahat excited, punong-puno lahat. At mumarka po yung pag-portray niyo ng isa sa mga significant persons ng Pilipinas, si Senator Amy Marcos. Pwede ba i-share niyo lang sa amin, how did you prepare for this? Pero nadala mong traits niya ngayon, that because you have performed it so perfectly, parang ikaw na rin si Amy Marcos, minsan napapansin mo sa sarili mo.
Ano ko ako nag-prepare dito sa movie?
Pwede ako sumagot ng una. It's gonna be very hard for her. You know what? The main reason bakit ka nag-casting, number 1, should be Viva artists dapat. No? Pero, Cristine, just like what I said, alam niyo sir, bago niya po matanggap yung script, kamamatay po ng tatay niya. Yun. So, I was worried na baka hindi matuloy kasi kamamatay ng tatay niya. Pero, kinukulit ko talaga yung diba na, abot niyo lang yung script, sobrang kapal ng mukha ko eh, sobrang yabang ko na, feeling ko magugustuhan niya. No, feeling ko magugustuhan niya. So, when her father died, Mindanao pa ito sir sa Mindanao siya. So sabi niya, sige basahin ko. Nung umuo siya, nakahinga kaming lahat. So, gusto ko lang po malaman nyo na ginawa namin yung Maid in Malacañang na nasa panahon ng pagdadalamhati si Cristine Reyes para sa kanyang tatay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, ayan.
Sorry.
Ako yamig. So, ayun, sa totoo lang parang na siyang talagang si Senator Amy. Pero medyo malalim sa kanya yung pelikula. Lalo na kung napanood niyo yung pangalawang chapter, yung Ilocos or Leyte. Nako, it's very heartfelt for Cristine.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yes. Hi. Hi everyone. Hi Darryl and Cristine. I'm Pia from Expat Media. So this question goes out to both of you. Which character in the movie do you most relate to and why?
Well, I'll answer. Obviously, there's no question to that. Senator Amy Marcos. Kasi, true enough, nung nabasa ko yung script ni Direk Darryl, sabi ko, wow, she's really like me. I'm very perfectionist. Ayoko ng may naagrabyado, ayoko ng, alam mo yun, gusto ko nasa tama dapat lahat, nasa ayos dapat lahat. So, playing her character, playing Senator Amy Marcos is actually for me, wow, it's an honor. Kasi parang ang sarap niyang gampanan dahil hindi siya nalalayo sa kung sino po ako.
Well, for me, I cannot pinpoint one character. I made them all in literature-wise, and I always put something of myself in those characters. So I can relate to every character.
You can only choose one.
Well, it's gonna be a question of who's my favorite character. Okay, my favorite character would be
Biday!
yeah, siguro, well, hindi ko alam. Siguro yung pinakamayaman na lang sa doon.
Sino?
No, it would be Biday, the character of Beverly Salguero. You know, as much as possible, as the writer-director, I always want an ensemble, a performance, a group of artists that will shine all together and will shine alone. And for the moment, may ganito si Ma'am Beverly, direct parang we shot it chronologically, the film. If you may notice, 4 na long takes yon, walang cut, all 7 minutes. Just to, give into the 7 of the Marcoses. So it's all 7 minutes yung long take, wala po tayong cut doon. So, sinut po namin siya chronologically. Meaning yung napanood nyo po, sinut namin yon day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So si Beverly Salguero, pag sabi niya sa akin, direct, day 9 na tayo, parang wala pa rin kwenta yung character ko. Sabi ko, this veteran actresses, I don't blame them if they doubt young directors like me. But after proving them that medyo iba ako sa mga nakatrabaho nilang director, they are very happy. And the character of Biday or Manang Feli in real life really is my favorite character.
Alright, thank you, Direk. Next, Pinas TV po.